This is Africa. But I'm seeing the white men having a country of their own in Africa. What is happening? It will be the greatest mistake, isn't it? Well, I hear all the nations under heaven saying a big letter no to it. Even within Africa, I heard them in my secret place of studies saying it will never happen. But the future I see says the white will have a country of their own right inside the continent of Africa. And this is just the beginning of the vision. This is Africa. But why am I seeing the white man country inside Africa? And my eyes was opened to see how God will raise an advisor in the center of the continent Africa. This great advisor will be raised by God. And I see him in the middle of 54 giants. And those 54 giants stands for Africa. I see him stand between the four corners of Africa, right at the middle, crying, sniveling greatly, and tears, scatters was entangled together. All I had him giving to the nation was nothing but a piece of advice, even to the fact that they will not give him a listening ears. He will do that with a cry and shout and great lamentation. Yet, the country or the continent Africa will never listen to this crying advisor that stands in the middle, or that God will raise in the center of Africa. Guess what? I saw in my secret place of studies, instead of these Africans or the Africans listening to this great advisor that God have raised in its middle, they forgo on listening to it. And guess what they did to the advisor? Instead, they killed the advisor. Yes, the 54 giants, the four corners and all Africans gathered together and killed this crying advisor that stands in the middle crying. They never changed. They never listened to his word. Rather, they had him killed. My eyes was open to see the rest of continent and every nations under heaven saying, we thought Africans were fool, but this time around we have discovered that they are even something more worse than fools. And this will birth their recolonization. Suddenly, the word will prick to the hearts of the African giants. These 54 giants will be pricked in the heart, and they will greatly become grieved with what the white and the rest continent have said about Africans. two words will pierce their heart and will pain them greatly. And what are those words? The word foolish and the word recolonization. Because them killing their advisor, who the whole world look up to, all continents call him to advise them, and as they walked with his advice, all of those continents at the end of the day ended up being at the peak of this world. And it's from the middle of Africa. Shockingly, they will have him killed. And the white will be shocked to their bones. And this is the reason why they shall call them fools. And also said, the recolonization of the country will definitely be a reality. This is just all I had in my vision. Then this will become a great clash of words. I see words being sent from every nation under heaven. Exchange of words. This is a great dialogue. This is a great argument that these two words will birth. All nations and all life will just have something to say. At least the world recolonization will pain the 54 giants greatly. Then when the whole world rumbles with this great argument and everything boils greatly, my eyes was open to see a throne. But the throne I see is an empty throne. And in my secret place of studies, I heard that the throne is the throne of the Earth Mother. Then I heard cry out of that throne. I heard a cry coming out of the throne, pacifying the Africans, begging them, soliciting their forgiveness on the rest continents for using such a word against them. The Earth Mother, her throne will cry greatly. I heard the Earth Mother cried, even when I did not see her in person, but her voice is all I heard coming out of the throne, accompanying with some certain lightnings. And this is a great cry. The cry and the splashing fire, the sparking light from the throne will cause a great calm ultimately. Africans will be nestled, the whole world will be kept silent. No argument, no debate, no dialogue, no quarrel anymore. Peace will ultimately have its way. But one thing is certain, that the Spirit of God said I should share with the Africans and to the whole world at large is, though a cry, a sparking light, and a voice from her throne will calm this great future coming fire that is about to engulf the entire world. But the word foolish and recolonization is not just an insult that the Africans should take to heart, but a fulfillment of the future, a fulfillment of prophecy and a part of their curriculum. This is a decision. This is a great plan. But because they kill this great advisor that cries in the middle, foolishness and recolonization, at the end of the day, it happened. Even when they felt very bad that such word was used against them. This is just the future I see. My eyes was opened in my secret place of prayers. And this is just the mysteries my eyes was open to see. The whole world, the whole earth, struggling with these great issues. Why did they kill this great advisor? The 54 giants. My eyes was opened to see that these 54 giants that represent Africa will journey crisscrossing every part of the earth and all existence. And as they journeyed from one land to another, from one nation to another, I see the entire world give them a name, a good name, a name of oneness, but they will reject it. God will speak through an advisor, they will have the advisor killed. God will speak with his own voice, they will snub the voice of God. God will then begin to speak among men within men and using all nations under heaven to speak to them that they are one. But the 54 giants that represent Africans will say, no, we are not one. We are not the same. Neither are we similar. And this is just the weapon or the great devil I see in the midst of Africa that will at the end of the day bring the recolonization. Ultimately, what they disputed or what they will dispute, what they will argue will become a reality. Why? Because they refuse the name God has given to them, that they are one, and also refuse the name man and all nations has given to them, that they are one. And also they refuse, even within their hearts, that they are same, they are one, and they should walk with one. They should walk as one. So they said, no, we are not the same. We are different. And those who colonizing this country or the continent Africa has been their quest will see this as a great solution. And when they became careless about it, that is the Africans. At the end of the day, my eyes was opened to see that the 54 giants that represent Africans, my eyes was open to see them on their nails in the hand of their enemies. And all lives in Africa bow in the presence of their enemies. This is like a great python, and this is the future I see. I see Africans and all the giants on their knees because they reject the name of God. They reject the truth about who they are. I see that the 54 giants will move and work with their own money instead of them coming under one currency. I see every individual with his own currency. The 54 giants holding their currency, and they journey around the world, and anywhere they journeyed, I see that their currency was insulted, made rubbish, and was without value or regard. My eyes was open to see that when they brought forth their currency, because the currency is not one, is divided, is many, it was disrespected. But I see them dying for other people's money. They disrespect their own money, made it useless. They disagree to come together to make a single currency. But I see them in love and dying for other people's currency. They will say no to their own, which is a great abnormality and deficit of them. And then I see them dying for dollars, dying for Europe. My eyes was opened in my secret place of studies to see a certain event, an occurrence that will happen. Billions of people will die for dollar and for Europe. And when I looked very well in my secret place of studies, I saw that the people that died for Europe and dollars were no any other persons but Africans. They cost their own money in my vision, and they kissed another person's money. In doing that, they bow before the feet of their enemies. The prayer is, Africans, God will not leave us in shame. In Jesus' name. Next, my eyes was open to see a single man. This is a ruler sending a message. He sent message to 54 giants that represent Africa, inviting all the African presidents under heaven, all the prime ministers and all the senators. This white man sit, and he sent invitation letter to all of them. Guess what? My eyes was open to see his palace filled with all African presidents in existence. Long story made short, the 54 giants that represent Africans gathered in the presence of one man, bowing down to his feet. Because of a certain gift, I see that he will stretch to them. This is the future I see. He stretched forth his hand and he gave them a gift. And the gift I see is $666 billion. $666 billion written on an envelope, stretched to every president, every African president under heaven. And because of the so much excitement of the gift, they laugh, and I saw the whole of them. The entirety of these African presidents laughed to the point that they went mad because of the gift. He gave them the gift. They became too excited, and the whole president became mad. They laughed into madness. The gift of $666 billion. As soon as they collected it, they laughed into madness. And this was how my eyes was opened to see in the secret place of studies that their land was collected. The country Africa, its riches, talent, glory, light, righteousness was taken away by only one man who gave all the African presidents in existence, African rulers, or should I say the 54 giants, this gift. They went mad, and he collected Africa from their hand. And this is the future I see in my secret place of studies. As soon as African was snatched away because a gift was given to them, I see that their all as well will be taken away from them. They will take the 54 giants into slavery again. This is the future I see. Has recolonization taken place or not? To grab the 54 giants, all the presidents in Africa and all Africans into a second slavery again, a certain unique second slavery. And this is it. The first thing I saw that they did, they took away all their wives and they gave them to their lesbians as a gift. My eyes was open to see how all lesbians under heaven were gathered one day, and they were given a global gift. And when I looked very well, what I saw in my secret place of studies was that all the women, all the wives of Africans were given to the lesbians as gift, to be played and used as a toy. So what happened to the men? My eyes was open to see that they turned the men, the 54 giants, into animals. My eyes was open to see that all the fathers of Africans were turned into animals. My eyes was open to see the young virgins